Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 hello. It is wonderful connecting with you, saying hi, hello, how do you do? What is happening? What's going on with you? Blessings, blessings, blessings. And more blessings are speaking to you for those who will be live. Yes, 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 yes. Let's do this thing. For those who are hashtagging replay, I love it. For those who will be on, I don't know you on. I might not never know you on. I can appreciate that. And for you who will be used by God at some point down the road to encourage this girl. Let's make it do what it do. Let's make it do what it do. Let's make it do what it do. So we all week long we have been talking about this notion of uh, what we do with our mind, how we focus our mind, what attention we give our mind, and things like that. And so we want to continue to do that. Turn you down. We want to continue to do that, and I want to change. Oh, adorable. Um, yeah, let's continue to make sure that we. Anyway, hey y'all, hey. Um, I should do this before I get on. I know I really should, but how do I find it? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay. All right. Enough of that. Enough of that distraction. Yeah, I know I'm gonna be distracted till I get it done. Anyway, let's our topic today is tools for life-giving mind focus. Tools for life-giving mind focus. And what are some of those tools for life-giving mind focus? So one of the tools that I wanted to talk about today is a serenity prayer, right? One of the tools is a serenity prayer. Um, and so the prayer says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot accept, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Why I like that prayer um, is because when you think about it, a lot of our time and energy can be used, wasted, really. I don't know. I don't know if it's a waste, but anyway, it can be used. Not the best uses. Hey, Erica. Good morning, honey bun. Can be used trying to do things that's out of our control, right? So, like, we can't control the weather. We can't control what other people think or really do, right? Not really. We can't control, um, what else can we control? Right? So, anything connected with people, like we have influence. Hey, Ray Price, good morning. Thank you for your prayers. But we don't have control because even if we can force somebody into something, we never have complete control. And they don't want to be in that thing as soon as they get the opportunity, they out of here. Even if and they, they out of here mentally, emotionally, physically, they out of here. And even if they stay, the state in which they're staying, you may not want them to stay if they feel forced. I'm just saying. So, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Like, help me to have the peace. Help me to have the peace. And let me just say, I don't take a posture with God like I sit back and expect almost like a genie wish. Here you are, granted. So, I mean, I have a little pause, a lot of pause actually, with the grant, because no, do your work, do your work, you know, do your work, and you can align with what Jesus has modeled, right? You can align with the things that Jesus has modeled. Jesus modeled, what is happening? Love. Jesus modeled um, ownership. Jesus modeled kindness. Look at the fruit of the Spirit. Jesus modeled all those things, right? And oftentimes, if you would do those things, you would get, you do those things, you will get serenity, right? Right? If you would focus on love and joy and peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Do you know what those kind of things will bring to your life? If those were consistent practices of yours, do you realize that is such a powerful way of living? But when we're trying to control others, we ain't got self-control. That's definitely not gentleness, probably not kindness, probably not patience either. And we rob us of our joy, and we're not at peace because they're going to push back, right? And so there's certain behavior that just simply forfeits the fruit of the Spirit. Like you're not flowing in the fruit. So, God, help me to align. I don't really believe in the granting. Here, your wish is granted. That's just not how I see how God operates. I believe, my posture is, look, what is yours to do? What's yours to do? What state? And it's not so much about the action as it is about the state. The state. Like, what posture do you need to be in so you can align, you can make yourself available for? Because if you always fussing and fighting and pushing and this, and then you're missing it. You need the calm, you need the peace, you need the serenity to be able to see the solution, to be able to hear the solution, to be able to align with the Spirit, right? To align, to be able to experience within the universe the answers that are already existing, that are already available. How you could be driving and you get a sense to turn right here, right? But if you're all noisy and you fussing with people and you this, that, you miss that sense, and then you miss what it is that became available for you if you had turned right there. Like I am, how do I want to say it? I am blown away. I was talking to my baby, to my honey bun, to my Kim James Jr. about thinking about just how blessed our life is, continue to be, will be, has been, right? And just some miraculous things that any one thing could have went a different way and we would have a different story. But man, Jesus. And I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for alignment. I'm very grateful for focus. So anyway, the tool, let's get back to the tool. God, help me to align with the serenity, right? So help me to have the serenity. Help me to foster. Help me to curate. Help me to, right, to bring it into my own life. We're not sitting, I'm just saying, like, that don't fit with me. I'm just not sitting around waiting, okay, drop that on me, God, drop that on me, God, drop that on me, God, drop that on me, God. I don't believe that's how God work. Now, I ain't claiming to know it all, but this whole slot machine kind of God thing, really, we are to be working out our own soul salvation, building and growing and becoming and all the kinds of things. No, get up and do something. And the doing, I'm not about busy work. I'm not about that. But really the doing, I'm talking about alignment with your soul. I'm talking about quiet time. I'm talking about pressing in. I'm talking about listening to, engaging in, making yourself available for the stuff that is going to transform your being, your soul, that's going to lift you up above all the nonsense that's flowing around in the atmosphere, that's going to allow you to be at peace, even when it's not peaceful. You got to be able to focus, to tune in, to allow our mind to have places of rest and places of build, I don't know, places of possibility and empowerment, right? You got to, because if you don't, then, so I'm just going to read it the way it's written. And y'all already know my pushback. Amen. Shall shine bright. Hi, hey there. Welcome. I think this is your first time. Let's say good morning and welcome to At Shaw Shine Bright. So I'm going to read it. You already have my dissents. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Let me have peace. Let me have contentment. Let me be okay with the things I cannot change. Just loving on each other, that just changes the attitude automatically. It gives you peace. Amen, amen, amen. And the courage, come on, y'all, courage to change the things that I can't. The courage to show up, to make the difference, to make the adjustments for the things that I can change. The courage to do that. Okay? Okay, the courage. And then the wisdom to know the difference. Because I don't know what's more frustrating than trying to change something that is not within your ability or your power to change. And I'm not talking about acquiescing. I'm not talking about that. Like there may be some things that need to be changed that is just not within our power or ability to change. And that don't mean we just accept it. That doesn't mean that we just yield to it. But it does mean that we don't waste our time trying to move something that don't need to be moved, or we don't even have the ability to move it. Like we might need to tag somebody else in, or we might need to move on and put up some warning signs about that situation, right? Put out some public service announcements about that situation. but we don't need to keep bumping our head. Wait, like it's not a good use of our energy. When maybe we can use our energy to build an alternative so that people have an option. Because if there's something that we know ain't cool, ain't copacetic, if it's something we know ain't right, if it's something we know that ain't, that it ain't on the up and up, but it's got traffic, then perhaps we can build a parallel that is copacetic, that is on the up and up, that is life-giving, that is cool, right? That is of service to others, And so instead of using our energy trying to tear something down that ain't cool, we can build something that is life-giving, that people have alternatives, that they have options. Do you know? When people come to me for service, they know what they're getting. They know what they're getting. They know what they're getting because I am not using my time, my energy. I am not using my focus for harm. It's just not the way. What is happening? It's just not the way I live my life. I'm not signing on to anything that's bamboozling folk. I'm not being a part of anything that's going to be a bait and switch. I am just not interested in cloak and dagger. I'm not interested in talk, like slick talk, manipulation. Oh, don't like it. Don't like it. You let your yay be yay and your nay be nay. Let me share a pet peeve of mine. And I think it comes from this idea of manipulation. Do you have people in your life who will tell you this event starts, say it starts at 4:00? That's just because they want you there on time. The event don't really start to 5. I won't go to people's events who do that. I'll give them a warning. Don't do that to me. Because if I intend to be there on time, I will. If within my ability to do it, I will. But I might not, I might have to make a sacrifice. Good morning, Cuckoo. So good to see you. Love you right back. I might have to make a sacrifice, and I might need to be, like I might choose to be at your event an hour later because I'm staying at another event an hour. So I'm shaving an hour from this one and shaving an hour from the end of this one and from the beginning of this one. But if you tell me that your event is at a certain time, then I might have to make different adjustments. So I don't have all the information to make the best decision for my own life. And so you would have manipulated me into, and that I'm pissed at that kind of thing because my choice was taken away. And if anybody know anything about me, yeah, I probably still need to do some core healing on that one. Good morning, cousin. All is well. I pray the same for you. I do not like my choices taken away. I do not like it. I like to be able to make my own mistakes, to fall on my own face. I don't want people to clean it up for me because there's learning in the get up, in the fall down and the get up. And if you take my fall down and my get up away from me, something inside of me, hey, Lena, good morning. Something inside of me do not like it. I do not like it. Do not like it. And so we will run into problems, right? We will run into problems. And so self-awareness is key. I know that about myself. And so now I let people know that kind of thing just does not work for me. Doesn't work for me, right? All right. Good morning, everybody. We are at the top of the hour. I am sending each of you love, sending you love, Lena, sending you love, Margie, sending you love, Coop, sending you love, Erica Honeybun, sending you love, Shine Bright, at Shine Bright, sending you love, Ray Price, sending y'all love this morning. Love is the greatest transforming force in the entire universe. And it's going to always be my go-to. That don't mean doormat. It don't mean acquiescent. It doesn't mean pushover. It's quite the opposite. It's quite the opposite. Okay. All right. Have a fantastic day. At the moment that God gave us our breath, we forfeited, gave up, relinquished the right to not be amazing. Thank you for the love. You are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. One more time. Absolutely amazing. Unequivocally, undoubtedly, you are amazing. All right. Take that out into your world today and share it. Have a fantastic day. Talk to you. I will be on tomorrow. I invite you to be on tomorrow to close out our week. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye now.